because of all this. And like I don't think there's ever a world where they relaunch CCL again. I'd be very surprised if they attempted it.
Hello, CCL community. My name is Jason, or Son of Paint. For 5 years now, we've been building out to the collegiate Call of Duty scene, and I'm excited to say College COD is back. Over the last 5 years, we've built College COD into a fantastic community. Players, staff, coaches, and more who have been involved. Names like Jaden, Marco, Jared, Stents, I Hold Shift, Switchy, Sport. There's hundreds of names I could go through of all the people who have been involved in what we've built. And I'm excited to continue to work with many of those people. Some have come and some have gone. And I'm excited to say there's a new to the college Call of Duty space is the NECC. The NECC has built out their own robust community and competition in titles like Valorant, Overwatch, League of Legends, and more. And though they have not yet dipped their toes into Call of Duty, now's the time with bringing College COD to the NECC and building it underneath them. Since the inception of College COD, we have really built the foundation of what we're doing on several different principles. And while those have mostly been things we've talked about and operated behind the scenes, I want to bring several of them to light. The first of these, classic phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day. What it has taken to build College COD has already taken years, and we're really just beginning. If you look at the history of collegiate competition in sports, it took over 100 years to build to where it is today. College COD is no different. It will take time and effort to build to where we are now. Secondly, trust the process. We know what we're doing. We've built fantastically so far. It will continue to take time to build and continue forwards. Trust what we're building in, trust the community and the staff and the players involved. Keep moving forward. Beware the tyranny of the urgent. This is a phrase I actually learned from my dad growing up, where there are always something urgent in front of us that is taking the spotlight of whatever the current situation is. An example of this we saw, school eligibility. It will take time and trust and effort to build and fix those kinds of issues. Don't get caught up in those current issues. Fourth, radical transparency. In the age of the internet, any type of mistakes or issues that need to be dealt with are extremely difficult to hide. When we make decisions for financial reasons, for community reasons, for long-term sustainability, I want the community to know that, be aware of that, and understand what it is that we're building. Looking to the spring of 2024, we have very short amount of time to build. Usually by this time, registration would have been open beginning of November when the new title released. Because of that, it's going to be a little bit of a crunch. It's going to take a lot of effort to get this off the ground and launch the spring 2024 season. With that in mind, please give us a little bit of grace as we're working through things. There are several roles that we need to fill, including things like admin, broadcast content. I'm excited to bring original CCL staff to those, but also new faces, new names, new students or staff. All right, let's talk about the spring 2024 semester. First of all, registration, my goal is to have it open the next week or two, so please keep an eye out for that. Secondly, this is something that will be returning from 2021. We will be reintroducing entry fees. This is building fresh like this from the ground up will require resources and revenue to do so. I think removing entry fees was designed to bring and allow the community to grow, bring more people to it. But I think now is the time we must reintroduce entry fees in order to continue operations. As a part of that, this new season will be run on the League OS platform, brought by NECC for us to use. Looking at this year, I plan, as always, to bring broadcast of every week of CCL matches, as well as content pieces covering top 5 plays, after action reports, and more. Primarily, one of the things I want to introduce this year is alumni-focused content. I want to hear from players who used to be in the CCL or who were impacted by their time in the CCL or adjacent to it. What are you doing now? If you are a CCL alumni, please reach out. I want to hear your story. One of the major changes that we'll be doing this year is to the format. In the past years in CCL, we've only allowed 2 teams per school, one in the main league, one in academy. Main and academy are being renamed to Premier and Open. Premier will operate effectively the same way as a main. 1 team per school. If you only have 1 team, you play in Premier. This is the height of collegiate Call of Duty competition. The Open League will be an unlimited number of teams. You can have one team in Open, 2, 3, 4, or more. And you will have competition similar to Premier, where it is regional-based competition and then leading into your own championship. The Premier League will look very similar to the 2023 season, with 2 major changes. First, seeding relegation will be added in between divisional play and the regional playoffs, where teams from the bottom of D1 and the top of D2 compete against each other for better seeding in playoffs. Second, this year, unfortunately, we do not plan to have a championship LAN. This is a financial decision. It is very expensive to run, and for comparison, the LAN last year was more than 1/3 of the budget. And that is currently not feasible with the funds that we're working with. Instead, we'll be looking at doing some alternative kind of LAN maybe later in the year. More info whenever we figure those plans out. Instead of the LAN qualifier and the LAN, we will be doing a championship playoffs that takes place directly after the regional playoffs. The top 4 teams from each regional playoffs will be seeded into a round-robin group stage based on what the number 1 seed teams want to face in their group stage. The number 1 seed from each regional playoffs will get to draft from among the teams that are number 2, number 3, and number 4, draft them into their groups, and then go head-to-head for their entry into the top 12 bracket. This is an idea that I myself came up with, and I'm very excited to see how it plays out. I've talked with coaches and players and gotten some feedback on it that's very positive. If the community doesn't love this idea, we'll revisit a new format in 2025. Alongside this format, there's a handful of other features that I'm excited to bring back. This year, we'll be relaunching more in-depth stats again. We've built out some programs to support this, built on the screenshots that players submit. So please make sure to submit such screenshots. I've talked about it many times, but please make sure to do so. Those stats will be available on the collegecod.com website. We'll be revamping and updating that for this year. Last year in the 2023 season, we had over almost 300 teams in CCL. And across all those teams and across almost over 200 unique schools, we had almost 1,600 players. If that is a community that I want to continue to support and build, blow through those numbers in the future. With that in mind, if you are a sponsor who wants to be involved in CCL, please reach out to me and please get in contact. The last thing I want to bring to the spotlight this year is eights and really community connection and playing with each other, making friends and teammates. This has already been begun through partnering with Seasoned and his eights Discord. And give a shout out to people like FDL, Smiley, and of course Seasoned himself, who have taken it upon themselves to build out resources for the CCL for free just because they want to. And I want to continue to support those kind of community initiatives. I'm excited for the 2024 year. Lots more planned. Let's roll the tape.
Fucking season!
Folks, we all know what time it is. Class is officially back in session.
Folks, College COD is back.
You are Diffy today, holy shit.
Who will eventually This is over. They go up 2-0. This is done. Georgia Southern University has won the season of CCL. What just happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, College COD is back and bigger than ever.